So shake hands now and come out boxing at the bell, and good luck.
Can Telesco handle Roy Jones' power? If he can, we might see a fight.
Arthur Mercanti, senior, refereeing his 136th World Championship fight as he begins his 7th decade working the fights, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and now the zeros. Faithful service to the sport from Mercanti, whose son, Mercanti Jr., did the job refereeing the heavyweight fight between Jefferson and Izod.
Telesco has got to be afraid and attack. Attack. Don't box with this guy. He's an excellent boxer, Roy Jones Jr.
Roy is laying back a little bit because he expects Telesco to attack.
Roy Jones stands back and watches. He's probably the best fighter around that watches what he's doing.
Jones acknowledged to us that he's never fought anybody as strong and as big as Telesco. He said, frankly, I'd like to see Telesco come out and fire everything at me early. I'd like for him to punch himself out so that I can have an easier time of it later on. Telesco has a tendency to start slowly and get better in the later rounds.
Already Roy has gone to the body twice. He has a history of trying to see what his opponent has in the first round, going after him, trying to touch him. And then if he sees that his opponent can handle it, slow down and try to break him down.
Right now he's just using his speed to lead with power punches and jump right at Telesco, George.
Yeah, Floyd Patterson would always go to the body, then go upstairs after the guy sets his defense for the body shots. That's Roy Jones Jr. is doing right now.
Telesco is maintaining his poise, but he just got hit with 2.5 clean shots.
In honor of his mother's Italian heritage, Telesco wears trunks which have the Italian colors, red, white, and green on one side, the American colors, red, white, and blue on the other.
Clean right hand by Jones. Telesco deals with it.
Jones obviously has picked out the right hand lead as a tactic that he thinks will work against Telesco. He's used a half dozen or more of them here.
Roy Jones is doing exactly what Telesco should be doing. Staying busy, attacking. You have no hope of taking a guy's title standing back waiting.
Helen, among the things that Telesco is seen not to do particularly well is backing up, and Roy has found a way here in round one to back Telesco up much of the time.
Roy intimidates opponents not with his power, but with his speed. When you get into the ring with someone who is quicker than anything you've ever seen before, it takes a little bit of your orientation away. You have to reorient your expectations. Clean right hand by Jones.
And in addition to his speed, his creativity, his ability to come out and do something different every time. Not sure Telesco expected Roy to come out and hotshot him with lead power shots in the first round. That's what's happened. And it was an easy round for the titleist.
Hey, work. Way to work. All right. Let's keep doing what you're doing. Use your feints a little bit more, make him commit himself. Right hand landing good. He ain't doing nothing for you to count off. Good right hand lead. He's just in here to survive. You'll catch up with him. You're going there. Don't leave it to it work himself. Like yours you do. It's your work. It's chicken up. You understand what I said? So you have to work.
A fighter as good as Roy Jones has to have a passion for what he does. What he's been accused of over time is not showing that passion. In this first round, we did see the passion. This is the kind of special occasion that brings it out in him.
And after a week in which David Telesco proved a man of few words, he was, in the first round, a man of few punches. Not throwing many, as he mostly looked at Jones and absorbed Jones's unconventional attack.
And when you scout a boxer like Roy Jones Jr., you see him back up 3 times, put both feet together. He's defenseless. That's when you want to throw it. A corner person is supposed to be watching little things like that.
Straight right hand lands up the middle again for Jones. Jones gradually creeping in and shortening the distance between himself and Telesco.
Telesco has got to aim his jab at Jones' chest. Don't try to hit the head. That'll happen if the fight goes beyond 6 rounds. Jab his chest, make him get his feet together. Certain things you cannot move out of the way of. One of them is that chest. And also the shoulders, which he was able to land a good shot there.
That's right. Right hand to the body, left to the rib cage by Telesco. Probably his 2 best punches of the fight so far.
You're fighting a fighter like Jones, you don't try to get the head. Forget about that. That happened after 7 rounds, 6 or 7 rounds. He landed a good left jab to the body again.
Telesco starting to pick up the tempo now as he drops down and goes to the body, training his eyes now on Jones's chest, almost as though he's listening to George's pointers from here at ringside.
But you got to do it and bring your hands right back into position because this guy's like a cobra. Don't worry about that. He throws a few. You back away, make him lose that energy. That hurt.
Now you recall that Roy Jones knocked Virgil Hill out with a single right-hand shot to the body.
Telesco was able to land a good left jab to the body again. What you got to do is, you gotta back away, let the left hand just stick out anyway.
And you saw something there. Telesco fired his jab, dropped it as he brought it back, and Roy countered over it with the right hand. Jones and his trainer Alton Murkerson say among the mistakes Telesco makes, he drops his left hand every time he brings a jab back, and they should be able to right hand counter over it.
It's all right to drop it, get your hands down, but stay in position as you back up. Good things happen if you're in position to do it. Fighting a good puncher like Roy Jones, you got to be a rubber man.
That right hand drove Telesco's head back. And Jones misses with another right as the bell sounds to end round 2. And Telesco talking to Jones as Roy goes back to his corner. If my lip reading is correct, he called him a bitch.
Well, you're not a lip reader.
Can't throw one punch in the time, Dave. You know what I said? It can't. The way you push it to the rope, do it. You know, don't stand in this and waiting to him. No ice on top. Hey, come on, Dave. Come on. Hey, put it in the rope and throw the punch crazy. Don't wait for one punch. With him, you can wait. Okay? Come on, babe. Okay? Can't wait with him.
In these first 2 rounds, Roy has been landing with that blindingly fast right hand lead. And there is power on those punches. Telesco is dealing with the power so far.
Through 2 rounds, David Telesco has thrown only 6 power shots. You heard George Foreman say before the fight, unequivocally, Telesco must attack. Haven't been able to do it so far.
When I say attack, it doesn't have to be a whole lot of hard shots. Just do something all the time. Good counter punchers. They hate some fighter starting to be busy on them.
Telesco slipping down as he lunged forward, trying to get at Jones. Get a left hook into the body. Jones firing his right hand to the body, and again. So as Telesco raises his hands in an exaggerated fashion to get his guard up, Jones goes straight down to the box.
Roy Jones is most effective with his power shots when his hands are to his sides. So this guy's got to make him pick up his hands in defense so he can't get off good shots.
Now the 2 fighters are talking to each other in there. Jones has been carrying on a conversation with Telesco in this round.
Jones turned southpaw for some reason. But Telesco said to him, "You can't hurt me, baby. You can't hurt me, baby." So far, this comes out, however, under the heading of "Be careful what you wish for."
Telesco is able to put his right hand right under his chin. That's what you want to do. The punches are not going to come from everywhere. They come in similar form each time. So you position your defense. Don't try to keep picking your hand up and down.
Jones stays in the southpaw stance. He's been mostly a right-hand puncher through the fight. Maybe he feels as though by standing this way he can get his left hand involved in the action. But he's still firing right hands and raking Telesco with them.
Telesco has given him no reason to pick up his hand. Roy Jones Jr. power comes from those shots. Gloves are down to his hips. Gotta make him pick him up.
And that means more activity. Telesco just isn't throwing enough punches.
Most fighters need their right hand highest to throw a counter right hand, but Roy Jones Jr. can do it as good. His right hand to his side.
Might have seen the CompuBox numbers before the fight that showed Telesco throwing an average of 27 jabs around and landing only 4. You might wonder, how can a fighter do that? You see how short Telesco's jab is much of the time here. Jones landing a combination as he drives Telesco into the corner. Hasn't done badly out of that southpaw stance and dances for the crowd a little bit.
You can do all those things when you're in fine conditioning. Roy Jones Jr. is in great condition.
I think the dance may actually have been for our on-the-apron ringside camera, the handheld. All his experience in television, Roy knows where the cameras are.
Working way up. Thought he'd come to fight. He ain't gonna chase him here. He's high. He gonna run into something. He can't hit nothing. Yeah. He ain't throwing no punches to hit nothing. Just keep doing it, bro. Keep softening him up. Come hit again. Where the other ball at, man? Where the ball at? In the mouth. Give it here. He said, I want to fight. I want to fight. That's right. He don't want to fight. Just stick to your game plan. When you got to prove nothing, he got to try to get it.
Roy Jones's mother, Carol, seated at ringside.
Let's go, baby!
Let's go, baby.
It's time to go home, Roy! It's time to go home!
Not too far away from Carol are Roy's 2 twin boys. Terrific-looking young men.
Roy stands way back on that right foot. Way back. You got to do things that make him, he can't push off at all. Just keep him off balance.
What do you think, Harold? Tough bout to score so far?
Not at all, Sid. 30-27, 3-0 Roy Jones. But I better stop here because it looks like it may increase.
Telesco's going to risk a disqualification if he starts trying stuff like that.
Well, it's out of frustration. He's trying to get Roy in one place. How many times we've watched Roy Jones, how often have we seen him hit a square punch on the head?
Well, he's attacking now. Telesco should have done that in the first round. He wouldn't have so much swelling. Attack him.
It's quite a shouting match in there.
Stop the talking. Box. Let's go.
Mercanti tells them not to talk to each other. I'm not sure the referee is necessarily within his authority telling the 2 fighters not to talk.
I think it's against rules to talk.
You do?
Yeah.
I'm not sure you'd want to put it in a family newspaper, what they're saying.
Harold, is it against the rules to talk?
Jim, to the best of my knowledge, it's against the rules. McKenty never stood for it, but I believe the referee has every right to tell him not to talk, or no histrionics, as Arthur would say.
Ali Frazier, I'm told by our executive producer Ross Greenberg, they talked plenty, and McCanty was in that ring too.
Since that time, certain states have started to forbid that.
You heard Arthur McCanty, who has a set, who sometimes does tend to butt in a little bit, saying that he would take a point away for talking. I never heard of that one before.
They don't want you to talk anymore. They don't want you to do it.
What we need to do is put him in the United States Senate.
Did you ever have a conversation with an opponent during a fight, George?
Well, I've had them talking to me, and I don't want to talk about that.
Jones tattooing Telesco through much of this round. Superior hand speed, scoffing at Telesco's footwork and handwork. Jones trying to add an element of humiliation to what has so far been punch-by-punch domination of David Telesco.
Telesco, you're going to get hit anyway. You may as well get hit for a reason. Attack Roy Jones. He's no more than any other boxer. All you got to do is believe that. You stay back, you're getting hit, so attack and get hit.
Yeah, but you know, again, going back to what I said earlier, George, speed kills and speed intimidates, and it confuses, and he's discombobulated. Nothing he's ever done before prepares him for this.
So a frustrated David Telesco goes back to his corner. Arthur McCanty, for the moment, has brought an end to the kibitzing and up-front catcalling of the two fighters, but Jones continues to land with his fists.
Body punches. All right. Okay? You have to punch it, or you have to try to put it in the rope. Okay. You know? You have to try to put it in the rope. You have to put in pressure to can't get this guy. He's not going to stay all the way outside all the time. Okay? Okay? Sure. Come on. You just got to the chest and step in right away.
The right hand has been the hand of Thor for Roy Jones. He's dominating the fight with those fast right hands.
Stay there. Box.
Round 5, Roy Jones against David Telesco in Radio City Music Hall. First ever sports event on the stage where the Rockettes work out.
Good hard body shot by Roy Jones Jr. When I was talking earlier about speed, hasn't a whole lot to do with everything. You can determine Willie Pep was quicker than all of the featherweights. But Sandy Saddle kept attacking. You get spin, keep attacking. Attack.
Roy Jones saying, go ahead, come into the corner and get me. Trying to bait the opponent into opening himself up so that he can answer him. Come on in here and fight, he's saying to Telesco. Come on and fight. You're so tough. Telesco lands a grazing left
hand. You gotta get in there and fight him. Fight him. He said, come fight, so fight him.
Telesco is still reticent to go all the way in, and Jones says, oh, what the heck, I'll come out and fire a combination on you. We've seen Jones vulnerable on the ropes in the past. He went to the ropes against Otis Grant and didn't look good.
Now, Telesco, you keep attacking, you're going to get hit. You can't help but get hit. This is a boxing match, but keep your attack going.
Well, Jones has succeeded in coaxing Telesco into the fight.
But see, he's smart, Roy Jones. He knows that this guy wants this fight to continue for a long distance. He's making him wear himself out a little bit, which is smart. When a guy throws that many punches while you're on the ropes, he's got to get back and recover now. So now Roy Jones can get on the attack.
And why, you ask, would a serious professional fighter stand in the corner and beckon his opponent to come at him? Well, Roy Jones can get bored from time to time in there. In his last fight against a highly creditable fighter, Reggie Johnson, Jones won all 12 rounds on all 3 judges' scorecards. It's not inconceivable he's done the same thing through the first 4.5 rounds here.
Chopping hard right hands to the body.
Which are the best punches of the fight. He's been doing that throughout the fight. They hurt.
And he comes back upstairs to nail Telesco with a right hand there. And a left-right combination.
It appears that Roy Jones wants to end this fight before he gets to his 31st birthday in about 25 minutes.
Round 5 coming to a close. Another showcase for Roy Jones's right hand.
Way to give him a boxing lesson, baby. There you go. There you go. Just keep doing what you're doing. We ain't gonna change nothing. Ain't dope, we ain't gonna fix it. Let it work. Just keep touching it. Punish him. You get rough on them ropes, open them ropes up and spin out now. Don't stay on them. shot. This guy, you have to close him. David, he's just here with one punch and you step in and you can throw me more punches. Okay? Come on, David. David. He do everything he can already.
Nah, you can't hit me.
I'm gonna get you out of here. You're making too much noise.
And later in the round, he shows I can hit you.
Okay, box.
Mercanti Sr. went to both corners between rounds to urge the fighters to stop the filibustering and stick to the punching. Telesco averaging only 25 thrown punches per round. In round 5, Jones landed 24 of 36 power shots. George Foreman, and I harp on this because it's the story of the fight so far. George Foreman clearly expressed before the fight what Telesco's job was: attack Jones, keep him busy, try to impose his will on him, and he's done nothing of the sort, giving Roy Jones the chance to simply strafe him from the outside with accurate right and left hand shots.
You cannot beat Roy Jones in a boxing match.
Now he's gone to the left jab.
Can't do it. You want to win a title, undisputed championship, you have to get in there and attack.
Maybe, George, having seen the first fight, Telesco's hoping that Roy Jones gets tired in the late rounds and he catches him then.
He's not displaying much hope at all now.
What happened in the first fight, in case you missed it, is that favored rising prospect Derek Jefferson in the heavyweight division pounded away at David Izon for 8 rounds, and then by the end of the 8th was so exhausted, having won virtually every round, that Izon was able to gain a TKO victory in the 9th against a totally done-in Derek Jefferson. It shuffled the deck once again in the heavyweight division as Jefferson was on his way toward title contention before he tired here tonight.
Telesco has let this thing develop into a boxing match, and I'm telling you, there's not much of a chance. Only he could just get it into his heart, go to the hospital tomorrow, get your healing. Get out there tonight, get cut, get scratched, win this thing.
There's a hard left hook to the body by Telesco, and another hard left to the body and a right. Best flurry of the fight for Telesco.
That's what you want to do. Now you don't let him get back. You got to just take a deep breath and keep doing it.
Jones nailed him with a couple of counter right-hand shots as the flurry came to a close, but Telesco for once was the aggressor and made it count.
You got to get back. You can't let him wait to pay you back. Roy Jones is a conservative fighter. If he gets a knockout, good. If not, he's content to go the distance.
Totally content to go the distance. In fact, he believes if you're risking anything by going for the knockout, the professional thing is to take your rounds and go the distance.
Telesco.
We are inside the fabulous Radio City Music Hall. It opened December 27, 1932, and for 67 years has been the shrine of great entertainment in the United States. More than 2 million visitors a year enter the Radio City Music Hall from all around the world to view the Rockettes and the great entertainment acts which have played here tonight for the first time. It's host to a sports event.
Good job keeping it dry. Let's continue to do that, huh? Yeah. Okay, now? Yeah, this is fine.
Going to the 7th, champ.
Let's go.
All right.
Roy Jones has always made great entrances into the ring, but he's been criticized by a few observers for not making great exits. But it looks to me as though he's really trying to make a great exit in this fight, to finish the fight with some kind of style and decisiveness.
But if you were looking through the universe, if you were searching for a round to give to Telesco, maybe round 6 was where you found it. Jones was 19 out of 36. Telesco 14 of 38. First round in which he's thrown more punches than Jones. Arrow called? How do you have it through 6?
No, Jim, I got it 6-0, 60-54, Roy Jones. You know, Jim, when David Telesco banks Roy Jones to the body, Roy picks their shots off of his elbows. I mean, it's good defense by Jones. It's unbelievable. When Jones punches to the body, they land. They get through. They land in the scoring area. Roy Jones, you see, right there, hit him right in the ribs, not on the elbows.
Telesco driving Jones back into the ropes. Looked like he was going to go for another one of those high tackles. And some of my ringside associates were scrambling for high ground, remembering how Hasim Rahman landed in our lap a couple of months ago. Our collective lap.
Arthur McCanty is how old?
80.
Good gracious.
In a couple of weeks.
He's in pretty good shape, George.
And he makes these guys pay attention.
Telesco with a counter left hand as Jones was banging away to the body with the right. Roy now firing lead left hooks. A new stratagem as round 7 evolves. And there's the right hand up the pipe again. Telesco's face is beginning to show the effects of Jones's many right hand connects.
I have no idea what Telesco is waiting on. Roy Jones doesn't tie. He's not going to get tired.
Jones, who trains year-round, in effect. No bad habits whatsoever.
And an excellent body puncher. My goodness.
Knock it off. Knock it off, man.
Hasn't done much jabbing at all, Roy Jones.
Four-punch combination by Jones, and one for good measure. Well, the crowd beginning to get a little restless out in the expensive seats, and they're all fairly expensive seats here.
You think anyone ever booed the Rockettes?
Not if they saw him. But some of them are booing this. Maybe they expected Telesco to put up a more aggressive effort. The man who conceived the place, Roxy Rothafel, saw a sunset on a European cruise ship coming back from Europe and said, I'd love for the effect of the theater to be like that.
You have to work with this guy, dude. Come on, work with him. Work with him.
Roy has never landed so many clean body shots against an opponent as he has against Telesco. Telesco has taken a real drubbing, but he keeps coming back, looking for an answer that doesn't seem to be out there.
Well, for the past 15 months or so, Telesco and his buddies have been showing up at Roy Jones events, news conferences, fights, even boxing after dark shows at which Roy is working as an expert commentator and in effect calling him out. Roy ignored them for months. Then when a date with Graziano Rakhijani fell through here, he had his management call Telesco and say, your chance. Let's go.
Roy is standing in and exchanging with him for a moment there.
Roy throws his punches like you do a baseball bat. He just throws them upside a guy's head. Do you know that Archie Moe would not allow me to throw punches like that? So listen, George, if you're going to hit these guys, go for the knockout. Don't pound them. You can do permanent damage. Finish your guy off. If he's hurt, it's best to just go on and get it over with.
So Archie wanted you to punch more through the target instead of at it?
No, you just want to get the guy out of there. But when you start using your hands just like a rock or something, slinging punches, more harmful damage over the long run. Turn the shot over, get your knockout.
Now Jones backs into a corner gain and gives Telesco a chance to land. And Telesco lands 2 body shots and a straight right upstairs and comes back pounding to the ribcage. Best rally so far for Telesco, or one of them. And Jones accepts the punishment and then punches his way back.
The good thing, Roy Jones has his hands up high. Once his hands are up high, you're in a safe position. Keep them up high. He like to drop those hands so he can get some power with it.
George, you think that Roy's a little tired?
No, he's smart. He's understanding that he's exerted all the energy. Very experienced fighter with over 40 boxing matches. Knows that, hey, these last rounds you can get tired, get yourself hurt, make the other guy exert some energy. He's not tired, although he's not doing something smart.
Jones finally comes off the ropes.
Because Telesco is tired of throwing punches, so he's going to back up and look for some oxygen.
Welch.
Hold the head and uppercut. Let's go.
Canty warning Jones for holding behind the head after Jones ripped Telesco with a left hook.
There are welts under Telesco's eyes, and undoubtedly there's some welts under the skin around his middle because he's absorbed a tremendous body beating.
80-year-old referees watching things that we can't see. I like it.
Hands up.
Other water bottle.
Stick it out a little further when you put it down, shoot. Give me the bottle. Yeah.
Roy, stop pushing your head down and uppercutting.
You gotta stop his elbows too.
Okay.
You gonna do that? Okay? There we go. Okay? Push it up to the rope. Don't give it no distance. If you fight from outside, you're not gonna see him. You have to put it up in the rope and fight. You're doing good. Keep fighting, Bob. Come on, do it. Do it.
Here you see Telesco in his best round, a round he might have won, landing a hard right elbow. The first one we've seen tonight.
Round 9 begins. You saw the swelling around both Telesco eyes.
In the past, when Roy Jones has been this far ahead in a fight, he's tended to want to coast through the late rounds, believing why give an opponent a chance to do something dramatic.
So what if he does it here? Harold, how do you have it scored through 8?
You know, Jim, I gave David Telesco that 38th round. He certainly pounded Roy in the body enough, and you know, he's hanging in there, there's no question. 79-73, 7 rounds to 1, Roy Jones Jr. I think that 8th round is the only round that Telesco won. He's got to pick this up or he has no chance whatsoever. He needs a knockout to win.
It wasn't you or me who gave him that round, Harold. It was Roy himself taking a blow.
That's true.
Telesco has been past 8 rounds 4 times in his career. Jones, a veteran of the distance, has been past the 11 times.
Those body punches are starting to hurt Telesco. He doesn't want any more of them.
Fighting from back here, Telesco may gain the honor of finishing the fight.
You don't want that honor. You want to be champ of the world.
Right hand drives Telesco back. Left hand whacks against Telesco's cheek. This is the Telesco of early in the bout, throwing few punches, missing when he does, and being pot-shotted from the outside by Roy Jones.
Roy coasted the last round, and now he's picking up the pace a bit. I still don't like those slingshot punches he throws.
Now Roy backs into the corner again. It's the same corner which has twice been an invitation for Telesco to go to work for the body. And now McCanty's going to talk to Telesco about that low blow.
Stay in the neutral corner. Watch that low blow. That was nasty, okay? Next time. Okay, good. Box.
Telesco's left eye rapidly swelling shut. That's the effect of all those right hand leads.
Like being slapped hard, slapped. It's like abuse.
Because the glove slides across your skin.
Yeah, he just slapped you. But I just can't say enough for this referee. He's 80 years old. He stood up and bounced every round. Old ain't old anymore.
You doggone right, George. Let's go with a couple of left hooks to the body. Crowd gets into it as David begins to show his stuff.
You can't back up, though. You gotta stay there.
Oh, what a vicious left hook to the body by Jones.
That stool should have been in that ring, in that corner before he got
Boy,
there.
when you hit the bell, let me stop, okay? It's the guy's low blow. Okay. Open up and don't stand with this joke when you get wild on the road. Open up, stand in the middle. You're the one all around. Don't sit there and take no chance. If I'm keeping in the middle of the ring. Watch it, the guy he didn't let go, you don't say nothing. You don't know what I said. You put on the idiot on the road. See what I'm saying. Still no room. Put your hand tight, put it to the rope, rope him up. Hit in the bottom and fuck that. Okay?
Once again, Roy Jones to the side. Oh, that hurts me, George.
It hurts.
You know, Alton Merker, who's trained Roy Jones and knows him so well, told him in the corner, you know, you don't have to take any chances. Keep him in the center of the ring, etc., etc. I think Roy Jones ought to take some chances. I think he's here to win and show that he's got passion to do this as long as the fight goes on.
I agree.
By CompuBox numbers, round 9 was Telesco's best. He threw 47 punches. He landed 29 of them. And he both outthrew and outlanded Jones according to those numbers. But 47 punches still isn't enough. It's not the activity level that Telesco would need to give himself a chance to win the fight. He's got to attack at a higher, more aggressive level than that.
Now he did something smart. He threw a left hook to Jones' elbow, left elbow. He lays it out there, hit him on it.
To land punches with full power, you can't be moving all the time the way Roy Jones does, particularly against a big, strong guy like Telesco. You've got to stand and deliver. You just can't run. And so, although the punches are hard, stinging punches, they're not the kind of punches so far that have shown any serious damage on Telesco.
8 rounds are the ones Telesco.
Great body punch.
Huge body shot by Jones.
That's the one that hurt him.
It takes a moment to recover from those.
And while Telesco recovered, Jones fired away with the right hand. But now David comes back with a left hook to the body.
Telesco is fighting in front of his hometown fans, and he's giving everything he has to stay in there with the man who is recognized as the best fighter in the world, pound for pound.
And taking a lot of leather for the privilege of staying in there.
You got to take it, you got to give it.
Jones backs into a corner again. Let's see if Telesco accepts the invitation. Nope. Roy 1-2s and goes away.
But that's telling you something now. Roy Jones no longer want to be in the ropes anymore. Now you got to attack. When a guy tells you I'm getting out of here, that means get on him.
This is the corner where Telesco's done some of his best work.
Good body shot, a left hook to the body, another left hook to the body.
And a left hook upstairs and another left hook upstairs. And Jones pot shots him with a right.
You just can't sit around and see what I've done. You gotta attack.
Jones's left hook to the body partially blocked by Telesco's elbow that time. That one Roy got in. And that stops Telesco's momentum for the time being.
Stop! Run 11 for me, baby. Grab your hand. Don't put your hand there. Don't show it to you. Don't show it. Come on, baby. Come on. You can do it, Papa. You can do it. Come on. Make me a good fight on the other one. You know what I said? Come on. Suck it up. Come on. Okay. We're going to the left. We just got 2 more, champ. Way to work. Shoot. You just round like that.
There are a lot of wrecking balls in this town knocking down buildings, and that's what that left hand to the body looked like.
Wrecking ball. I like it. Exactly like a wrecking ball.
Well, Telesco has accomplished one thing. By the time this fight is over, Roy Jones will have aged a full year.
30 what?
He's going to become 31 in a matter of about, 4 minutes here. So barring a knockout in this round, Jones's calendar will change during the fight.
Telesco now, he's attacking. As I said earlier, before the fight start, attack, attack.
High marks for courage for Telesco. Few fighters would stand up to the barrages that Jones has delivered in this fight.
Roy Jones winked at Derek Gainer as he came out for this round as if to indicate something's coming, or maybe it was just the reassurance of letting Gainer know he's okay.
It's like some of those basketball teams that hit 25 points and let the guy get back into the game. It's the kind of fighter Roy Jones is. He will let you get back into the fight.
I'm sorry. Wait. Let's go. Let's go.
Roy Jones seems not to truly believe in his power. Doesn't want to finish a guy off. If he does it with one shot, good.
Telesco going forward, Jones landing as he vacates the space. Now he drives Telesco back again. When they face each other in the middle of the ring like this, it's just no contest.
Telesco is fighting now.
And as of this moment, Telesco goes deeper into a bout than he's ever gone before.
Let's go.
His 11th round knockout of Will Taylor had taken place by this moment in the 11th. So this is the farthest Telesco's ever gone in a fight.
Roy is trying to close the show dramatically. Telesco doesn't want to let him.
Gets in a few more of those body shots, Telesco just dropped.
The body work has been exquisite.
Body work by Jones.
Remember when he used to more or less decline to throw body punches? Just amazing the wrinkles that Roy has added over the years as he's varied his game, varied it again, and then added new levels here and there.
You got to put a good left jab. When you're tired, when you want to coast, keep jabbing the guy. Why should a guy hit on you? Fighters shouldn't allow guys to hit them when they don't have to be hit.
Well, there's about a minute to go to midnight. And Roy Jones' 31st birthday. I wonder whether they're going to drop the ball on Times Square for the next 60 seconds.
You can't take me out.
You can't take me out. You can't take me out.
That, I think, is the victory Telesco is looking for. Exactly that.
Baby. You come here with no water to the last round, baby. Last round, okay? Last round. Okay? Come on, baby. Come on. Okay? Last round, Papa. Good, good. Never day at the office, baby. Be careful, okay? You take no chances, all right? Okay? Yeah. All right. So all I'm... Come on. Okay, last round, baby. Beautiful. You're making a good fight. Okay? Let's do it. Only I want a good fight. All right, baby. Okay. Last one.
Is this when we start singing Happy Birthday?
Is this what?
when we start singing Happy Birthday.
No. Time.
You can if you'd like.
Listen,
He's
if
31.
If he could spend New Year's Eve in the gym working out,
He can certainly spend his birthday here.
he could spend his birthday in Radio City Music Hall on stage in a prize ring.
So as Telesco demonstrated at the last round, he's willing to take pride in the notion that Jones can't knock him out. And we'll see if Jones falls for the bait and makes himself more available to Telesco in the 12th.
Well, and I think Jones has been trying to knock him out. That's not always been the case in the past when he got into the late rounds.
Well, suffice to say, I think he likes Telesco now even less than he did before the 12 rounds began.
Stop talking.
Crowd watching and hoping that Roy Jones can close the show with a memorable flourish.
Well, or surely there are many who are hoping Telesco will finish. Hometown fans rooting for the Port Chester, New York fighter.
As you said, Jim, when you meet the best Roy Jones and you survive like this, you've done all right.
Come on, box.
They're still talking to each other.
Well, the referee doesn't have to pay much attention to that anymore.
Roy said after a wild right hand by Telesco, I saw that. Telesco saying, you can't hurt me, you bitch. A dialogue with fists and mouths.
Jones can finish him off if he wants to.
Telesco almost tempted him into range for a left hook.
He had him hurt. Let him off the hook.
Jones is bombing him with these right hands. He really does want to finish with a KO. And Telesco is wobblier than at any other time in the bout, but he's still talking.
Telesco is out of it. He's out of it.
Yeah, if he can eat about 2 more right hands, he'll make it out of the 12 rounds. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4.
Roy Jones, I didn't know he had juice.
A blistering performance by Jones. A humiliating night for Telesco. But Telesco will catcall Jones on the basis of finishing the fight. Cold comfort.
After a good fight like that, you like to see the fighters embrace, say good fight. All the talking and carrying on like that.
I doubt it.
It was not sportsmanship.
Yep. Well, we'll see. Telesco's handlers carry him around the ring, a bit absurd. And here's a look at some of the damage that Roy did in the 12th round as he feinted and ducked Telesco's shots and fired big overhand rights trying to knock the man out.
Yeah, the great light heavyweights, Archie Moore and the likes, they put those combinations together and they put the volleys together and they finished their guys off. They didn't have to taunt them and throw roundhouse shots on top of the head.
Is that one way of saying, George, that you don't think Roy ranks with the great light heavyweights, Archie Moore, Bob Foster, et cetera, et cetera?
If he want to rank with them, he can't start it off with all of that talking and hitting slinging shots and not going out for the knockouts and finishing. I don't like it, and that is not what boxing is about.
Harold, your card?
I don't know. 119, 109, 11 rounds to 1, Roy Jones Jr. The only round I saw David Telesco winning was round 8, and I want to tell you, Roy Jones Jr. keeps this fight, Jim, any place he wants in that ring. His ring generalship is unbelievable. I mean,
if you call it ring generalship,
it is ring
then
generalship.
you got a problem.
It is ring generalship. If he wants to go into the ropes, he takes him into the ropes and he locks him up. He grabs him behind the elbows. He doesn't allow him to punch. If he wants it in the middle, George, he keeps him in the middle. I think it's beautiful ring generalship. Quick speed, a lot of punches landed, good power.
All right, let's go to Michael Buffer with the official particulars on the decision.
What's up, Jay? Out of Houston, rap a lot, baby. We still doing this. One head, baby. You saw it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official scoring. Melvina Lathan scores the bout 120 to 108. Sid Rubenstein scores the bout 120 to 106. And Luis Rivera scores the bout 120 to 108 for the winner by unanimous decision and still the undisputed great heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr.
Well, yet another lopsided decision for Jones.